Hey guys, Dolly here. Welcome back to Gypsy Rose Papery. Today on this video, I am going to go through my 5 top junk journal supplies. And by top, I mean that's a relative term, obviously. So I'm doing a channel hop with April at Pink Oddbird because she's going to show you her top 5. And the way this idea came about is April and myself were kind of just chit-chatting this weekend, and we were talking about the supplies that we use the most and how maybe that would be helpful to some, especially you guys that are beginners and kind of don't know where to find stuff or what to kind of use, or maybe can give you kind of like an inside look into the stuff that we use that kind of contributes to our style. So this is all those things. So again, relative term, top. Everybody's gonna have their own top 5. I would love to hear what your top 5 supplies are down in the comments, because this is how we grow, this is how we create community. And if you didn't know, I also post stuff on my Instagram stories pretty consistently in between YouTube videos. I'm gonna put my link right up here so that you guys can go over to Instagram and follow me. And also I'm gonna link all this stuff down in the description box. One of the things that you need is actually kind of a group of things to achieve the one, oh, my thing went out of focus, to achieve the one purpose, which is to bind your book. So here I have my pencil case and this pretty beat up book. The pages are kind of stuck together because this is how much I've used it to poke holes through my signatures. So basically this is an old Reader's Digest that I had repurposed the cover, and I didn't really care too much about the contents on the inside, and so I use this to, and I will use as an example a mini tutorial here. I'm going to use one of my bunny tins that I'm working on. So this isn't bound yet, but basically this is a group of things. So this as your backing. Then I have my awl. I have actually 2 because when you buy it on Amazon, it comes in a pack of 2. I have my binder clips. I've got several sizes. I kind of just use a small one, but sometimes this big one is really cool and really holds a lot. And then I have my decorator's needles. This is what I use to get the needle or get the string through to actually bind. And this wax thread. I have an assortment of colors. I got this also on Amazon. I think it came with like a pack of 4 or 5 of different colors, but this is really sturdy. It's nice and waxed, and it's gonna make your book super sturdy. I guess rationale behind why I use wax thread. When you use wax thread, your signature tends to jiggle less because that wax kind of acts as a, what is the word I'm looking for? The wax kind of sets it in its place, keeps it from sliding, so that's why. But basically, I use, this is a very rough version because it's obviously not a tutorial, but I just clip my binder clips on there. Once I get my pages all sorted, obviously I would go through each page, make sure there aren't any backwards pages, because Lord knows that's never happened to me. And then you're going to, now some people like to measure the holes, but I don't do that. I just kind of hold it and pokey. And then I take my wax thread and I put it through my needle and I go about my business. So I'm going to say all these are a 1 because obviously you can't do one without the other. And you need all of these to achieve that one specific purpose. So I'm going to take this out, move this out of the way. Oops. And I'll put this here for now. And then my other major tool that I would say I use maybe at least 90% of the time is definitely a punch. Now, this is a little tricky because Martha Stewart discontinued her line of punches. And so the ones that you can find now are the secondhand market, and they can be pretty pricey. I've seen some go for as high as $150, and I'm just like, that's insane. So luckily I have been in this for a while now, and so I've had these from before that happened, but most recently I'll show you. I don't have any Halloween ones, and so last Halloween I got this one, and this one was $70. So a pricey little punch, but it's really intricate and beautiful, so I didn't mind spending that money. But never fear, because the Paper Studio has a line of punches now. So now that people know that Miss Stewart is no longer doing these punches, there are other people out there, or other companies rather, making these punches as well. So here I have these gorgeous punches from the Paper Studio, and I will show you on an index card what they look like. So for example, this rose one, and I have to thank Vintage Journal Studio, I think is her Instagram tag, but she is the one who announced this on her, now I can't see right. She announced this on her Insta, and that's how come I found these on sale for 50% off. Isn't that cute? Love it. And so let's do another one so you guys can see. But you can still find punches, so I didn't want to include something obviously that you guys wouldn't be able to find. And you can still find Martha Stewart punches, but you know, some of the designs will fetch a pretty penny. And so these punches will punch in two different ways. They will border like this, or they will actually punch out a strip for you. The way you'll know is there's a little button here that you move, you slide. And so obviously, depending where you'll slide, then you'll know what kind of punch you're gonna get. So these punches are available at Hobby Lobby. I will try to find the link on Amazon. I don't know if they have these though on Amazon. Since we have my bunny journal here, why not? This is what the punches look like, and it just gives such a pretty detail to your page. It just adds a lot, I feel like. And so I really enjoy using punches in my journal. So I'll move this journal to the side. And so my third top junk journal supply ever is FABRITAAAAC. This is my jam. I buy them in bulk. I wait till I get my special coupon from Joann's. Thank you very much. 25% off everything. And I go to town at Joann's and I buy all the bottles. And so I have several that I just got because I had my coupon. So why do I love FABRITAAAAC so much? Where do I start? It can glue paper. It dries quickly so the paper doesn't get all wrinkled and gross. It leaves a nice flat finish when you are gluing paper to paper. It adheres to almost anything. I have glued on metal pieces to cloth covers before. It obviously glues fabric really well. I use it to kind of hold fabric pieces in place here and there before I sew to make sure they kind of don't shift. I just love it. The only thing you have to be careful with FABRITAAAAC though is when you're using like these gold foil pieces, it kind of does rub that off if you get it on top, but otherwise you're fine. So definitely glue, but specifically FABRITAAAAC is my fave. And my number 4 favoritist ever, I call him my boyfriend. I call him Timmy. It's Tim Holtz. Anything Tim Holtz. Paper, charms, paper clips, ephemera, whatever you can think of, Tim Holtz has a product out there. So why do I love Tim Holtz so much? Because like it instantly makes everything better. It will take your very plain journal, and I'll show you. Like it will take your very plain journal to the next level. It just adds like something so special to your journals. And I just love everything about Tim Holtz. Now, I do have favorites. I do love his charms, like the little token charms. And I will link some of my favorites down below, but definitely the Botanical Ephemera set. This is the one from this year. It's a lot more vibrant. There's a lot more butterflies. The flowers are different. It's just beautiful. And I did use them on the covers as well. They just fit perfect with anything spring. And I also love his little paper dolls. Even though I have not used these in a well, no, I did. I used them for a Halloween journal, but I really want to start using them a lot more. So anything Tim Holtz will just take your project to the next level, even if you just added like one sheet of his paper in there. Boom. Instant magic. So my next and final top junk journal supply is a sewing machine, and I will show you that now. And so this sewing machine is a little fancy. It's got like the buttons and it's got all the fancy stitches, but I don't want you guys to feel discouraged, because when I first started, I used a hand-me-down sewing machine for my mom. It had like literally 5 different stitches on it. The moment you start sewing in your journals, it will take it to the next level. So like I said, don't get discouraged if you feel like it's out of your budget. I'm gonna put different price levels so you can start with literally anything that sews. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun kind of going through everything and deciding what I wanted to include in my top 5. There is a lot that I like to use, but these are the ones that I go to over and over again. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.